Oh, man, I did something so.
Let me scooch
Well,
Scoot over a little bit.
it was unintentional, but so cringe. It's so cringy. I wish I'd have farted in public like that. Did you take the dump? Did you knock something loose?
Yeah, for sure.
Come on.
Come right over here. It's fine.
Yeah,
You want to stand?
my wife. This is my wife, Leslie.
Alan definitely married up.
Didn't
All right, we're not
way
saying
up. So we're talking about embarrassing moments, and it's not like now I can finally name it, but it was it's my most
so
cringe,
awkward.
my most cringy moment. I don't know what would you call it. Anyway,
Just cringe, straight cringe.
So, do we need any backstory to
we
this?
do.
We
Yeah,
got a little
and you got to
set the mood, set the scene here.
We just need to give it to Leslie and let her do her thing.
about like
Ellen.
Our
like
views
it.
just
You-
went up
you
by
remember?
50.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
barely.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Leslie comes on, and then our ratings.
No
have gone up
doubt.
Like
It-
60.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody start sharing.
It's
If
ridiculous.
somebody wants to see Leslie live stream, y'all start.
Yeah.
Start sharing this, Mike.
This is why I want her to put makeup on us. I wanted her to hire her as a makeup person. She looks so good on camera. Golly.
Ridiculous.
I'm more.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it. I'm ready. I'm ready for them to hear it.
Okay. So, do you want to tell a backstory?
Oh,
Okay. The only
no.
backstory is really.
Wait, okay, I got you. So setting it up. This goes back to, again, everything that we have been through. So many people have been reaching out to us, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you I've got like almost 1,000 messages on Facebook Messenger. And sometimes you're in the mood to somebody else say something. I get it now why people who garner a lot of attention. Okay, it just, and I'm not trying to compare myself to that because it's terrible. But I see now why they say that's a good question. Thank you for asking that or something, because it's after a while you start saying some of the same things and you don't know who you told what to and,
Right.
and you know and things like that. So I got a message from someone that I absolutely knew that's near and dear to my heart. I thought. Now,
Okay. So let me just start.
so you can start from there.
Okay. So when that happened, everybody was reaching out. Well, there was one man in particular reaching out to Alan
Brother Mike.
every day. Brother Mike.
Boy, yeah.
Seaball.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Brother Mike Seaball who lost his daughter. Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
So we get a message from Glenda, me and Alan. And Glenda is Mike's mother.
She was my business. She was the one I bought
We
my
get a
business
message
from.
from a Glenda.
Yeah,
Okay.
from Glenda.
So she says, she just says, you know, this is a tough road. I'm so sorry. I'm here for you. If you need anything, I've been there. Just want you to know I'm thinking of you, love you, whatever the case may be. So Alan messages her back and says, thank you so much. I've stayed in contact. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
can.
Let me just do this.
There you go.
Thank you so much. I've stayed in contact with Mike during this time. He showed up right when I needed him.
This is me. So this is me
Okay.
messaging this. This is my reply back to her.
Okay.
message.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I've stayed in contact with Mike during this time. He showed up right when I needed him. He has been a blessing. It's not able to be comprehended, it seems, unless you've experienced it or witnessed it personally. People try, and it's appreciated, but those parents and grandparents who've walked the road ahead of us have been a great help as we take one step at a time. Thank you for reaching out and for your prayers. She replies, someday I would love for you to tell me about your encounter with Mike. God does know what we need when we need it.
That struck me as odd.
So,
Okay.
That encounter with Mike.
Encounter with my, all right.
Just a weird way to talk about your son
Yeah.
that we all know so well.
Right.
so this was not Alan's business partner that
This
reached
was
out.
totally
This was
This
another
is a totally different Glenda
who
Who has a
had
mic somewhere.
lost her husband.
husband named Mike.
Oh my gosh!
And Alan is saying that he's been in contact with Mike this entire time.
So now that you know,
So now you're a psychic.
so now that you know, now that you know what happened when you reread it,
And you don't know at this point,
I
right?
still do not know.
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
What?
Well,
No,
that was it?
Pretty much it. But now,
well, no, I've had to reach out to her because I get this message, and we're pulling up, we're pulling up to the Broken Bean in Minden to order a Lexi coffee, and he puts it in park, and we get this message that says, "Someday I would love for you to tell me about your encounter with Mike," and I'm like, "Oh God, oh no." Oh, Alan, what have you done? I was like, Alan, this was not Glenda, your partner. This was Glenda. And he was like, oh, God. He said, just handle it.
so what did so
at that point, you should have just rode with it. Like, dude,
God,
Mike was-
I didn't know what to even say.
I had a dream one night.
But going back and reread it again, knowing now, so you're still grieving over your husband,
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
and you get this reply from me.
Okay, thank you so much. I've stayed in contact with Mike during this time.
during this time.
Yeah,
He showed up right when I...
It's not. I mean, it is. It's hilarious. Number one, it is hilarious.
I told you, it's sad. It's just cringe.
It's cringe, and it's like an episode of The Office almost. And so now I want to see her face as she's reading. I've been in contact with him in this time.
Well, that's what you get, and that's
Yeah.
all I could see was her face.
Yeah.
But then it had to be like, well, what if he has?
Oh
Because
man.
people see when they're grieving and they
Yeah.
go through things, they see things sometimes. And she didn't say like, wait a second, like
Poor Glenda was thinking that there was another religion that was about to.
She was I was afraid like, oh my God, is she going to reach out to me, like, and let me contact Mike for her? So that's what freaked me out.
What are you doing tomorrow night? I shouldn't. Okay.
Is there any? Yeah,
It's
like,
not funny, but
It's not.
what a cringe
Oh
thing,
God,
though,
could
man.
you imagine doing it? And I'm in mourning.
Yeah.
and I do this, and even I
And
would.
I'm mortified. Like, you didn't even look at the
Mortified.
message.
That's a good word.
Like,
Yeah.
You didn't even look at the last name. You just assumed, and you went to,
Yeah.
you know,
She would have
rewind.
said, "Well, what brand of Ouija board do you use?"
Mattel now that Hasbro sold the right. But it made me sound like a medium. But if that would have been one of y'all or something, I'd be like, hey man, what? Okay, we must be talking about something different. But it hurts my heart.
Yeah.
that- what is she thinking? Am I really in contact with it? Contact to
Oh
the
my
other
gosh.
side? So
So you had to
So-
explain all of this. Like,
Yes,
oh, we
I
thought
was
you were the
like-
wrong
So-
person, or
yeah, so
why did
I
you
would have
go
straight
just
up.
the
I
other
would
way
have
with it?
called her on the phone right then. Like I couldn't even text that.
You had to
So-
explain all of this. Like,
Yes,
oh, we
I
thought
was
you were the
like-
wrong
So-
person, or
yeah, so
why did
I
you
would have
go
straight
just
up.
the
I would
other way
have
with
called
it?
her on the phone right then. Like I couldn't even text that.
I should have.
I would have called her on the phone. Like, okay,
maybe I
listen,
should've
just
called.
listen for a second. We jacked up pretty bad. Let me explain.
But I was afraid that I was going to let her down. That's why I just didn't know what.
What that you couldn't? That you
Right.
could.
Because listen,
I didn't-
listen to
Sorry to disappoint you,
Well,
man.
but listen,
I didn't talk to
no,
Mike.
no,
man.
no, and it's not because
I just
when
was
you're
like,
in
oh
that,
my gosh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, if you're in that phase, I mean, you
Like-
don't know
Yeah.
Yeah.
what her phase might, because it could have. What if I picked something open?
Yeah.
Well, after I explained it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Alan did not even click on the name. His business partner's name was Glenda, and her son Mike has been reaching out to Alan every day.
Probably said call her right now.
Oh my gosh!
Explain it to her on this show
Miss
right now.
Glenda, I'm so sorry, and I do
Appreciative,
so
but
appreciative
so
of reaching out to me, but sorry that I talked about Mike so much, and did not mean for that to happen, but so I only shared this with my closest friends, so that's y'all. But Leslie,
Well, thank you, Leslie.
you're not gonna step here.
Thank you, Leslie.
You got any more funny stories?
Like a flash in the pan. There she goes.
Now again, I've asked her to be on here 100 times, but when she can tell a story that
Well, when Leslie
makes me
leaves,
look
that was
that means
good.
I'm out.
what?
I'm done.